everyone, welcome back. Today I'm bringing you a review of the new r.e.m beauty collection. So we have the Hypernova Satin Matte Bronzer, and then I also have the Hypernova Satin Matte Blush right here. The bronzer I picked up in the shade Send to Voicemail, and the blush is in the shade Skinny Dip. It looks like a beautiful pink. So today I am going to apply these to my face, see what the formula is like, and I think I'm also going to do some comparisons on the bronzers because I know some of you guys were asking to do a comparison to see what this shade is like in comparison to some other famous bronzer. So that's what we're doing today. If you want to see these two products, then please keep watching. So first of all, the blush right here. This is probably the thing that I'm personally most excited about because I love myself a nice blush and I'm always wanting to try new blushes. Bronzers I'm not really as excited about usually, but blushes, I can buy so many blushes and I'll use them all. So I picked up one of the shades, even though I kind of wanted all of them, you know, I had to pick one. I went with the shade Skinny Dips because it looked like a beautiful pink without being this like baby pink that we've been seeing all the time. I was contemplating about picking up the baby pink shade, but then I was like, you know what, I already have quite a few of these, so I thought this one was a little bit more unique. So these blushes retail for 18 euros and 88 cents on the r.e.m beauty website. I picked mine up from Sephora and I think they were a tiny bit more expensive there, but I'll put the prices on the screen. But I think these are still pretty affordable blushes, especially considering the price tag of a lot of Sephora brands. This is what the shade Skinny Dipped looks like. As you can see, it is a beautiful like rosy pink. It's like almost a little bit brighter in real life than I thought it was going to be. But what I really am curious about is that these are like satin matte blushes, so they're not going to be completely matte, which I do like because I do like to give my face a little bit of glow sometimes, and I think it's just really pretty. So let me swatch this shade right here. I always hate swatching pretty like embossing like this, so this is what the shade Skinny Dipped looks like swatch. I haven't seen this swatch myself, but it's like a really beautiful pop of like rosiness. I hope you're able to see what that is looking like. It looks like a stunning shade and it actually feels really soft, but I'm really curious to see what this is going to look like on my face. I'm going to show you the bronzer and then we'll apply both of these to the face because like I said, I also picked up the bronzer. Now this one is 23 euros and 60 cents, so it's a little bit more expensive, but still like a really great price. And this is the one that I picked up, which is the Send to Voicemail shade. It's a really pale shade that I thought would be perfect for my skin tone. And what I like about this is the undertone. It's not too warm and it's not too neutral. I'm excited to see if it's going to give enough depth because swatching this, it doesn't really give that much pigment. It definitely looks a little bit like a setting powder that's a bit too deep, but you know, maybe that's kind of what we want. I usually gravitate towards a little bit deeper bronzers, but I'll swatch them next to some of my other bronzers in a bit. So let's first apply this to my face because I have been waiting way too long to get this product on my face. So I'm just going to take a bronzer brush like this. Definitely has a lot of fallout. My leggings are covered in bronzer now, but tipping off some excess again. Adding a little bit more. That definitely gave some definition and depth. It's definitely a very light bronzer, but it's not too light or too warm. I feel like the undertone is really nice. I actually wasn't expecting it to show up as well because it looked so light when we swatched it, but I actually think it does look really cute and I really like the finish. It definitely has a bit of like that blurring effect finish that I think is really pretty. I don't know, I can never really get excited about bronzer, so for me this is not like a life-changing product, but it actually does look like a nice bronzer on my skin and I can definitely see it becoming an everyday staple in my collection. It's just not as special as a nice pinky blush. So I did just swatch these bronzers next to each other and I wanted to show you in natural lighting. The top one is the r.e.m Beauty in the shade Send to Voicemail. The second one is Fenty Beauty in the shade In the Sun. It's a little bit more cool toned, as you can see. The third one is the Gucci bronzer in shade 1, which is very red compared to the rest of them, but I do really like that one. And the bottom one is the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronzing Glow, which is a little bit more similar to the Fenty one. The r.e.m Beauty does stand out a little bit, but I feel like on my face it definitely still looks like a normal bronzer for me. I feel like all of these shades work on me. So let's get to the blush that I think most of us have been waiting for. I've seen more buzz about the blushes than the bronzers, but I was pretty excited about the bronzers as well. I am going to use my same brush because of course I was not prepared, and I have like about 30 brushes I really need to wash that haven't been washed in weeks, which is really bad, so I don't want to use those anymore. So I'm going to stick with this brush, tapping on a little bit of product right there. The thing with the darker brushes like this is you can never see how much you're actually applying. I was looking in the mirror and then I realized this does not have a mirror. So let's add that blush to the cheeks. That's definitely pigmented. It's a lot more pigmented than I was expecting, but I think it is a gorgeous shade. This makes me want to pick up more shades of these blushes. I kind of still really want that baby pink, even though I definitely don't need it, but I thought it was just really, really pretty. So this is what the blush and bronzer are looking like on my face. I'm definitely giving these a thumbs up. I think they look really pretty. I'll definitely have to test these out a little bit more to see what the longevity is and what it really looks on me in natural light. But so far, I definitely really like these, both the shades and the formulas, it seems. So I'm really excited to hear your thoughts on these products. Have you tried these? Will you be trying them? I would love to know, and if you have tried other shades as well, I would love to know too, because maybe I'll have to pick up some more of those blushes. If you did enjoy this video, I would absolutely love it if you gave it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you don't miss any of my videos. All of these things would help me so much with my channel, and I'd really appreciate it. But with that said, thank you guys all so much for watching. I really hope you have an amazing day, and I really hope to see you in my next video. Bye!